Hello students, welcome to the class. In our previous videos, we completed with the theoretical concepts from the unit solutions. I have told you to list all the formulas coming in the unit, so which will be helpful in recalling now to continue with the problems in the class. So if you have prepared that, have the sheet with you or the written content with you, which will be helpful to follow the class. Then we'll first focus few in-text and exercise questions given in the NCERT syllabus, the textbook. Then we'll continue with the numerical problems asked from the previous question bank, the model papers, PU model papers, and a PU question bank given by the PU board. So we'll go in order. So I prefer you to write the notes simultaneously for the numericals, which will be helpful for you to follow the class. But give more importance to understand first. So with understanding, make the keynotes. Whatever the solutions which will be completed in the class, so will be placed as a screenshot for you. So I will be sending the screenshots once the class is completed. Okay, with this basic information, so we'll start with the class now. So we'll go with the first numerical. You can observe the first question. Calculate the mass percentage of benzene, that is C6H6, and carbon tetrachloride, that is CCl4, if 22 grams of benzene is dissolved in 122 grams of CCl4. Now the problem is based on the expressing the concentration of solute in the solution as well as the solvent in the solution. So they are asking us to calculate the mass percentage with respect to benzene and CCl4 and the problem. So the given data is, so the mass of benzene present in the solution is 22 grams and the mass of carbon tetrachloride present in the solution is 122 grams. If we note the data given, so mass of benzene is 22 grams, mass of CCl4 is given as 122 grams, as only two components are present in the solution. So now mass of solution will be so it is 22 plus 122, together it is 144 grams now. Now as we know, mass percentage can be calculated as mass of the substance in the solution mass of the particular substance present in the solution divided by total mass of the solution into 100. Now we'll calculate first with respect to mass percentage of benzene. C6H6 will be equal to mass of benzene in the solution divided by the total mass of the solution as mass of benzene plus mass of CCl4. So which will be equal to, that is into 100 with a percentage expression. So mass of benzene is 22. So the sum of mass of benzene plus CCl4 is 144 grams into 100. So which will be equal to, so you can use simple calculators for solving the problems. Scientific calculator is not allowed for your board exam. Even simple calculator is also not allowed for your competitive exams. Try to learn the solving of numericals. So learn the mathematical techniques. So for the class timing, we'll use simple calculator now. It is 22 divided by 144 into 100, that is equal to 15.277, or we can approximate it as 15.28 percentage. Now the mass percentage of benzene in the given solution is found to be 15.28%. Similarly, if we focus the calculation of mass percentage of CCl4 in the given solution, and the formula will be mass of CCl4 in the solution divided by total mass of the solution, that is mass of CCl4 plus mass of benzene into 100. Now mass of CCl4 is 122 grams. The sum of mass of CCl4 and benzene is 144 grams into 100. So that will be equal to, it is 122 divided by 144 into 100, that is equal to 84.722, 84.72%. So this is the mass to mass percentage of CCl4 present in the solution. As there are only two components, you can use an alternate method also. After finding the mass percentage of one component, 100 minus that will be the mass percentage of remaining component. So that also you can use to calculate the other one. Now hope the solution is clear. So it is a simple calculation based on the mass percentage calculation. Now the expressed percentage is mass by mass percentage. You can observe the solution for a few minutes and note it down clearly. Whatever the doubts you have, so please make a note. So we'll be considering that so in the explanations in our further classes. Now you can note the second problem. It is calculate the mole fraction of benzene in solution containing 30% by mass in CCl4. So the given mass of the solution is 35, that is 30% by mass of benzene in CCl4. That means benzene is solute here and the solvent is CCl4 and it is 30% by mass. Now from the given data of the question, so if we focus, benzene and CCl4 are the components. So 30% by mass of benzene present in CCl4 refers to in 100% approximated as 100 grams as the total mass of solution. So we can relate the given percentage as, so 30% related as 30 grams of benzene, that is mass of benzene in the solution. The remaining 70 grams will be the mass of the solvent, that is CCl4. As they have given the solution is 30% by mass, so 100% will relate it as 100 grams. Since the 30% of the solute refers to 30 grams of benzene, the remaining percentage will be in grams as mass of CCl4. Now they are asking mole fraction of benzene to calculate. Now, as we know the mole fraction definition as number of moles of that component, that is number of moles of benzene divided by total number of moles of all the component present in the solution. It is number of moles of benzene plus number of moles of carbon tetrachloride. Now, to calculate the mole fraction, we require number of moles of both benzene and CCl4 to find. Hence, our finding the solution for the problem begins with calculating the number of moles for the benzene and number of moles of CCl4. Now, to calculate this, so mass of benzene is given with the percentage what we have assumed. It is 30 grams. So molar mass of benzene can be calculated by using its molecular formula, 6 into atomic mass of carbon plus 6 into atomic mass of hydrogen, which will be equal to 6 into 12 plus 6 into 1. So 6 into 12 is 72 plus 6, so which is equal to 78 gram per mole. So molar mass of benzene is 78 gram per mole. Similarly, if we consider for the other component, mass of CCl4 is 70 grams. Molar mass of CCl4 can be calculated as 1 into atomic mass of carbon plus 4 into atomic mass of chlorine, that is Cl, which is equal to 1 into 12 plus 4 into the atomic mass of chlorine, 35.5. Now it will be 12 plus, so 35.5 into 4. So it will be 142 plus 12. So it is 156 gram per mole. Now we know the molar mass and mass of the components. Now we can find what are their corresponding number of moles. So once we find their number of moles, we'll substitute in the mole fraction calculation. Now, number of moles of benzene is defined as mass of benzene divided by molar mass of benzene. That is equal to 30 divided by 78. So if we calculate that, if we simplify the ratio, it is 30 divided by 78. Number of moles of benzene is found to be 0.3846, or you can approximate it as 0.385. So by rounding off rules. So similarly, number of moles of CCl4 is calculated as mass of CCl4 divided by molar mass of CCl4. That is equal to 70 divided by 156. 70 divided by 156 will be equal to, that is number of moles of CCl4 is equal to 0.4487. Now we calculated their number of moles. Now we'll take in the mole fraction formula to substitute. Now number of moles of benzene is 0.3846 divided by number of moles of benzene plus number of moles of CCl4, 0.3846 plus 0.4487. If we simplify this, 0.3846 plus 0.4487, 0.8333, 0.3846 divided by 0.8333 will be equal to 0.4617 is the mole fraction of benzene in the given solution. So this is what they have asked in the problem to calculate, and our answer is mole fraction of benzene in the solution is 0.4617. So after knowing the mole fraction of one component, if it is required for other, also we can extend the problem. We know that mole fraction of benzene plus mole fraction of CCl4 will be always equal to 1. The sum of the components will be always equal to 1 for any mole fraction terms in the solution. As mole fraction of CCl4 will be equal to 1 minus 0.4617, and the answer will be 1 minus 0.4617 is equal to 0.5383. So this, suppose if they asked CCl4. Now they have not asked in the problem, it is only for benzene they have asked. Now observe for a while and note it clearly. So the screenshot of the problem will be shared once the class is completed. Try to understand the solution very clearly. So we'll consider the next problem now, a model question paper problem. A solution of an ester in benzene freezes at 0.84 Kelvin, below the freezing point of solution. What is the molality of the solution if Kf of benzene is 5.12 Kelvin kg per mole? They are asking what is the molality of the solution. Molality of the solution is what we need to find. Now, from the given observation of the problem, so it is related to the freezing point what they have given. So that is delta TF, depression in freezing point can be recalled to relate with molality finding. Now, if you carefully observe the question, a solution of an ester in benzene freezes at 0.84 Kelvin below the freezing point of the solution. That is, with the addition, whatever the depression in freezing point happened, so that is they have given, so delta TF as 0.84 Kelvin. So now, if you observe the problem, they have given the Kf of benzene also, that is cryoscopic or molar depression constant of benzene, so which is 5.12 Kelvin kg per mole. Now, with this given data of the problem, so what we need to find, so we can observe. So delta TF is equal to Kf into M is the colligative property which relates the molality is directly proportional to depression in freezing point. By removing the directly proportional, the constant of proportionality obtained is Kf. Now, so we'll rearrange for the required finding. So it is M is equal to delta TF divided by Kf. Now delta TF is given, so which is 0.84 Kelvin. Kf is given, it is Kelvin. The value is 5.12 with the unit Kelvin kg per mole, and it is Kelvin. Now, if we solve this, it is 0.84 divided by 5.12. That is equal to 0.164. So molality of the given solution is 0.164. Unit simplification. So mole inverse will be mole kg inverse. It is mole per kg is the unit of molality. So try to focus on the unit. So those numericals which are has to be given the answers with the unit. So you need to compulsorily write the unit. Without unit, so the final answer will have a deduction of 1 mark. So hence focus to simplify the unit also along with solving the problem. So hope the solution is clear. So molality, so we have used the depression of freezing point to calculate it. Okay, now we'll move with the next problem. In a binary solution, mole fraction of one component is 0.068. What is the mole fraction of another component? The mole fraction of one component is given and they're asking the mole fraction of another component. Now they have given it is a binary solution. Now we know that mole fraction of the two components sum will be always equal to 1. As they have given mole fraction of one component, another one can be calculated by simple rearrangement. So we'll consider the given mole fraction as for the first component. So that is 0.068. And they're asking what is the mole fraction of another component. We'll consider that another component as 2. Now first component is known, second component can be found out by using the relationship of sum of mole fraction of any components in a solution will be always equal to unity. Now if we rearrange for mole fraction of 2, so it is 1 minus mole fraction of first component, so which is equal to 1 minus 0.068, and the answer is, so it is 0.032. So it is 1 minus 0.068, so it is 0.932, so 0.932. You can cross check 0.932 plus 0.068, the sum of that will be 1. So it's a simple solution. So try to note the answers clearly, cross check the answers with simple calculator. So any clarifications there, so you can approach. So note it down the problem and its solution. We'll continue for our next problem. So this type of problem will be for 3 marks. Vapor pressure of liquids A and B at 298 Kelvin, so refers to standard temperature 25 degrees Celsius, is 300 millimeters of mercury and 450 mm of Hg. It is at standard temperature. So for vapor pressure of liquid A 300 and for B it is 450 mm of Hg respectively. So with this information, they are asking calculate the mole fraction of A in the mixture of the solution. And they have given total pressure is equal to 405 mm of Hg. So for A and B in their pure temperature form, that is in its pure form, they have given their vapor pressures, that is vapor pressure in the pure form. So they are calculating, that is they are asking us to calculate mole fraction of A. So for this, they have given the P total information. Now, which is a suitable formula to solve this problem? You can recall. So with the Raoult's law mathematical form, by assuming Dalton's law relationship, so we have explained. So P total will be equal to PA plus PB. And we know that PA is from the Raoult's law is given as PA naught mole fraction of A. Similarly, PB is given as PB naught mole fraction of B. Now, this is a formula what we can use to solve the problem. But they are asking mole fraction of A to calculate. Hence, instead of mole fraction of B, so we'll consider the rearrangement and replace that by mole fraction of A by using the relationship mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B sum will be equal to 1. So mole fraction of B can be replaced by 1 minus mole fraction of A. So this will try to substitute in the equation. Before going to that, so we'll list what is the given data for liquid A at 298 Kelvin. So its vapor pressure is given as 300 millimeters of mercury. As it is given at a standard temperature, the vapor pressure can be taken in its pure form PA naught. Similarly, for the component B at 298 Kelvin can be taken as vapor pressure of B in its pure form as 450 mm of Hg. Then, so they have given P total, that is equal to 405 mm of Hg. So with this given information, they are asking us to calculate what is the mole fraction of A in the given solution. The formula we have recollected and the given data we have noted. So with the rearrangement now, so we'll take the equation form for finding mole fraction of A. Now it can be given as P total is equal to, so PA naught mole fraction A plus PB naught. Instead of mole fraction of B, we'll consider 1 minus mole fraction of A. We'll still further rearrange the equation, then we'll substitute the values. So it is PA naught mole fraction A plus PB naught minus PB naught mole fraction of A. If you can rearrange the direct equation, so if you can remember that, so instead of doing these rearrangement steps, directly you can take the equation form also. So better to avoid confusions and to avoid mistakes, you can go with a detailed structural So definition form of equation. Now, so from these two, mole fraction of A is common. I will write first PB naught. So then from these mole fraction of A, I will take it as common factor. Then it is PA naught minus PB naught. Now the equation is rearranged for the substitution. Now we'll go for substituting the values. So P total is given, it is 405. PB naught is given, it is 450. Mole fraction of A, that is what we need to find. PA naught is given, it is 300. Then PB naught is given, it is 450. We'll try to simplify this to find mole fraction of A. So if you keep on doing this, so you can consider 450 towards LHS, 405 minus 450 is equal to mole fraction of A into minus 150. 300 minus 450 is minus 150. Now 405 minus 450 will be, so it is minus 45. So due to lack of space, I will be writing here, focus clearly. It is 405 minus 450 will be minus 45 is equal to minus 150 mole fraction of A. Minus on either side, so we can cancel. Now mole fraction of A will be equal to 45 divided by 150, and the simplified answer will be, we'll check from the calculator, it is 45 divided by 150, it is 0.3. The answer is, so for the finding of the problem, so mole fraction of A we have calculated as 0.3. Hope the finding is clear. So try to note this clearly. If it is not visible, so zoom the picture, which will be shared to you so after the class. So by substitution with simple rearrangement, you can calculate what is the mole fraction of A is.